We've got our retiree here, Peter Votsch, who's going to also speak. Peter Votsch has worked at TNG for a very long time. I won't tell you when, but he's a retiree who's always committed to this community, because Peter also can say, I put many stones in this community, not stones that destroy, but stones that build.
Thank you for such a kind introduction, Connie. My comrade Connie. We have been comrades for many, many years, and will be comrades for many years to come. Thank you all for coming. My name is Peter Votsch. I worked for 22 years with TNG. It had precursors, Neighbourhood Link, etc. Now one big company, and it's definitely not one big happy family. Neither when I was here, nor now. And you can see when the employer says that you ought to be on these squares of the sidewalk, what they think of their workers.
Yes,
and I think it's
true.
a real shame it's come to this, that the employer did not have the nerve to say in bargaining, to speak up and say, listen, we're under pressure, and then to come back and blame the union for the layoffs that have affected so many programs is typical. This is typical of what we're seeing all across. When I was a vice president, of the employer not getting back to us on a timely manner, of treating workers on compensation. And I point this, injured workers, many private sector companies, profit-making companies treat their workers poorly when they're injured because they're just throwaway. It's a real shame. To see an organization that's supposedly caring for people who are injured and disabled in the community, who are living in poverty, to treat their own workers like that, to not give them access to their sick bank or to their vacations once they're off, and to treat them like strangers, like they're guilty of something, of somehow actually ripping off the system in some way, and collaborating in such a way with the WSIB and I would say the Ford government on this. And I think it's really, really a shame, because the workers here, and let me say something about all of you. You are the ones who provide the service. Every one of you are TNG. We are TNG. They're not TNG. We are TNG. They're not TNG. We are TNG. Forget about the sunshine list. There's too many managers on that at TNG and throughout social services. It's sickening. What kind of service can be provided by somebody who's on the sunshine list? Involve your employees, consult with the union, treat your workers fairly. That's your strongest and your best asset. If you want to serve poor people, you want to serve communities in need like this one, you better serve those people, you better treat those people who are providing the service fairly. Otherwise, you're not providing a good service. And that's guaranteed. Thank you.